Hello, it's Erica here from Me to You Paper Crafts, coming to you with a fun fold. I was going through some old cards that I have received, and I found this one. This was actually sent to me by my team lead, and this was sent a couple of years ago, but it's just a simple and quite delightful fun fold. I have a funny feeling I've done one like this similar. But I'm going to recreate this today and take a look at how it works. So you open up the front, and then you open up this side flap here, and then you have your greeting on the inside. So I'm going to swap it up a little bit, and I'm going to do a design on the front, and I'm actually going to put another piece of Whisper White here over on the right hand side. And this I'll just decorate, and then this will be where my greeting will be. And you could also put a strip of DSP down here to match the DSP over on the side. So I'm kind of going to do this a little bit on the fly as I go, and we'll see how it turns out. So I'm going to use the Pretty Perennials. This is a new stamp set in our new spring mini catalog, Pretty Perennials. And what I love about this stamp set is that it does coordinate with a free product in the Sale-A-Bration brochure, the Paper Blooms Designer Series paper. So if you order this bundle, then you can go ahead and get that free item. So it comes with a set of dies. This is what they look like. And I haven't quite decided whether I'm actually going to use the dies today or not, but this is what they look like, just so that you know. And I know I'll do several other projects using those dies, but for now, let's just see how we go. So my card base is going to be this color, which is Seaside Spray. And then I have a piece of the black, which is going to be, excuse me, which is going to be this little card here. And then I pulled out this designer series paper, which is called, hang on a sec, I just pulled out a whole bunch of sheets, but what did I do? Oh, here it is. This is called the True Love designer series paper. This is a black and white set, and it's in the spring mini catalog along with all of the the new heart stamp sets and bundles. And so it's all black and white, and it's got, I'm going to take out the sheets just to show you. Well, I'll show you these sheets here. So they've got some nice patterns on the back. These make great card backgrounds or scrapbook backgrounds. Okay, so those are all of those. And then when you flip it over, you've got all of these flowers. Now, what I love about this is that you can use your brayer and brayer over these, or you could color in some of them, and they're not overlapping here, so you could fussy cut those out and make that a central point on a card. Look at this one, it's just stunning. So you could easily brayer over these or color them in. Check out this one. This is one of my favorites. I imagine, and these are fantastic for gift bags. Oh my gosh, and boxes. Look at this one. They're just stunning papers, all black and white, which I love. Which means that when you're making your cards, you can have any color card base that you want. So I do highly recommend this gorgeous paper. All right, I wanted to pull out the stripes. I kind of like the stripes on this one here, so I'm going to follow it with the stripes, which is the reverse of one of the papers here. Okay, now I'm going to show you what your scoring measurements are going to be. So this is, the card base is 4 1/4 by 8 1/4. Okay, and I'm going to score this at 2 3/4. So let me just pull out my mini scoreboard here, and I'm going to score this at 2 3/4. So that's right here, 2 3/4. Okay, so that actually creates this front flap. This is how that card will be, and I need to score the black piece here. And this one measures 3 inches by 8 1/2, and we're going to score this in the middle at 4 1/4. 4 1/4 right here. Okay. So those are the two pieces that we needed to score. Okay, and I'll just tell you, I've got three pieces of, well, I'm still using the old Whisper White, but our new cardstock that's replacing Whisper White is called Basic White. Okay, So I'm going to have to get used to using that new name, Basic White, and not Whisper White. Okay, so here is the main part of the card. Now, I think I'm going to stamp in the same color. I'm going to do some tone-on-tone stamping here, and I think I'm going to use the little leaves that are from this project. So I'm going to pull out a scrap of paper just so I don't muck up my grid paper here. All right, and I'm going to stamp on here just to give it a bit of a background design. And I may stamp off first, okay, just to make it a bit of a lighter color. Now, the key to doing background stamping is to rotate the stamp, is the first thing. And the next thing is to make sure you go off the sides. You don't want the images to be, you know, contained right inside the borders of the cardstock. Now, to go over this side, I want to protect the inside of my card here. So let's put another piece of scrap paper here. And now as this ink dries, it is going to lighten up, which is good. Oh dear, I completely forgot to stamp off that one. Well, I'm not going to redo it. I think that is just fine. People will think I did that on purpose as part of the design. Okay, so there you go. I've stamped that now. Okay, so I need a strip here. This is about 1 inch wide by 4. So I just need to, I'm going to pull out my little mini trimmer here and pull this out and just do 1 inch here, right on the end. Let's put that out of the way. So I will glue this on here like this. So let's pull out my silicone mat. Let's pull out my stamp and seal. And we will just run that along there. And I'm going to put this on the edge, centered, like so. Okay, now on this piece, this is going to then be glued into here like this, okay? So, I think I can do that now, but I'm going to wait just in case, and I'm going to do these now, work out what my patterns are going to be. All right, so on the front, I think I have taken out quite a lot of the stamps and put them on my acrylic block. So I have a large flower here and a smaller flower here and even a smaller flower here. So I'm basically just going to design some kind of a pattern on here. Okay, we'll just see how we go. And again, I might want to stamp off the ink. So I'll put my scrap paper here to the side and let's see how we go. Now this has got some texture in the stamp and I haven't used it yet. So we'll see how we go. So let's just make some kind of a design. These are photopolymer stamps. Again, make sure you have a foam, either your foam mat or your silicone mat underneath it, just to give it a bit of cushion. You always get better results with a better cushion. And let's put this smaller one in here. And then we'll put in even this smaller one. We might put a couple of these in here. We'll put one here. And let's put one here. Okay. And the smaller flower does come with a bit of an outline piece. So I'm going to stamp this just to see what this looks like. And I don't think it's meant to line up. Let me just have a quick look. No, it's pretty random. So I'm just going to stamp it on there and see what we get. Yeah, that's kind of cute. Okay. Now, we've got some leaves. I've got some centers here. I think these centers will be great on it's a big center, so I might put this in black on this big flower here. Let's see how that works out. Let's pull out my Memento black. And stamp that like that. Oh, that's really cool. Okay, now there is a smaller one. There's a couple of other ones in here. This is the one I just used. Maybe this is meant to go on top of that, probably. And then I could use this little itty bitty tiny one. Gosh, you don't want to lose that. So let's put this on a small block. I'm really happy that I have quite a few acrylic blocks, because when I'm creating, I really don't like taking the stamps off and putting them on, because you never know if you're going to need it again. So I, over the years, have collected quite a few stamps. Oh, I didn't mean to put those on there. I meant to put it on here. That's okay. Let's use this. Let's just use, I'm almost using every stamp in this set, it looks like. Let's just do this. I should have one more block here. Yes. Let's do this one on here and see how that works out. Okay. A little big, but I'm happy with that. Okay. I want you to get used to not fussing so much, because if you fuss too much, you might get a little fed up and then you'll quit. I don't want you to quit. So it is a work of art, okay? I mean, if you've ever watched what they call is an art installation, it's when somebody just, an artist comes and then they go into the actual gallery and then they just throw paint on the walls. Well, that's just freehanding it, right? Okay, so I'm going to use Granny Apple Green, and I'm just going to try and put some leaves in here somewhere. And again, I'm going to stamp off, because there is also a stamp that will go on top of this. I always like to do my leaves in a pair. Okay, and this is the top leaf. So let's put this on here. And we'll put this one on here. Okay, and now I didn't take it out, but I think there is some smaller leaves in here. Yes, there's a smaller outline leaf, and there is a smaller inside. So now for sure I'm going to have to take off some stamps off the blocks. So let's take off this one. I'm just going to stick them in my stamp case and put them in on the sheet a little bit later. So we'll have this one, and then we'll have this one. Okay, so let's add some leaves in here. Again, I'm going to stamp off, and I'll put some here and some here, and we'll put some, doesn't really fit in there, does it? I'm going to put them in anyway. I think that'll look okay. Maybe that's all I'll do for that. I'll just fill them in on the top now. I love this this is called 2-time stamping. Okay, so I'm going to leave it like that for now and see how we go. I may even put a greeting on top of here. We'll see how we make out. But this is going to be my piece on the front here. All right, so I'm going to take my Stampin' Seal and I'm going to adhere this to the top. That word, no, I just want to double check this piece. It doesn't look like it's quite lined up. So let's just run my bone folder over that. Okay, happier with that. Let's try and center this as best we can. Okay, all right. I think I put that on the wrong side. I did. So it's going to have to be upside down. That's okay. This is how bloopers happen, and I just turn it into something I'm going to use. Yep, I should have put that on this side. Okay. You are seeing errors in action today, but that's okay. Yeah, I might put a greeting on top of that. All right, so let's design the inside now. So I've got these two pieces, and I may do a similar design maybe on this side, or maybe just some leaves, or just one flower and some leaves. Maybe we'll pull in these leaves. So let me clean that. And we'll maybe just do one flower and some leaves in here. So let's do the bigger flower. So we'll do this bigger flower. Okay, and then we're going to do, I think I'm going to do some of these leaves on here. Now, were there some inside leaves for this? I don't think there are. No, there aren't. Okay. Something went wrong here. Oh dear, I stamped on my blue instead of my green. Okay, more bloopers in action, ladies and gentlemen. Okay, so this one, let's do a center again. Maybe we'll do this a little bit of a different center for this one. Oh, maybe I better keep consistent. What do you think? I better keep consistent. So let's do this in the black. Okay. So that piece is now going to go on the inside of the card. I feel like I haven't done a video in a while and I'm a bit out of practice. That's why the bloopers maybe. Okay. I'm doing this all backwards today. What is going on with me? Okay, that looks Yeah, I'm doing it all backwards. Okay, so that's okay. So you flip that over, they get to see that, then they open that, and then there's your greeting. It's not what I intended, but I don't know, I almost like it better. All right, so let's think about some greetings. On this stamp set, we have, well, they have this really nice big happy, and then we have birthday. So we also have happy mail, which would be great on the envelope. Sending lots of happy. So let's just do a happy birthday on here. So let's use this huge happy, which is a lot of fun. So let's find a bigger block for that. Let's see if it's going to fit on this block here. I think it just fits. I'll turn it sideways a bit. Okay, and let's do this in black. Now I'm going to stamp this, ink it up, and stamp it a couple of times. Sometimes with brand new stamps, you want to do, I call it conditioning, and I just stamp it off on a piece of paper to see how it stamps and to kind of get the ink in there. Okay, so let's stamp happy. There we go, and then let's stamp. Okay, let's think about this card again. This is going on the front like this. So we're going to open it up, and they're going to see that. And then they're going to have happy. Okay, happy. We'll do the birthday on the same piece. I was thinking of putting it somewhere else. So here's the birthday. Happy birthday. Let's get another block. Put that right there. Happy birthday. And I think I'm going to add one of the smaller flowers up in this corner. So let's get one of these little tiny flowers in blue. And it had the outline, so I'm going to stamp this off and then stamp it. And then let's stamp the outline. Cute. And then let's do a couple of little leaves here. So let's do a couple of these leaves, maybe right here, and then stamp these full strength like so. Okay, and that is going to go in the inside. Let me close these ink pads. I can just feel a disaster happening. Okay. Let's put this on the inside. Oh, and I had ink on my fingers. It's funny how the eye gravitates to have the bigger one and then bigger one up at the left and then go down to the right. But today is not going to be the case. All right, let's make sure I get this oriented the right way. So basically what I'm going to do is I'm going to put, I think, some Tombow glue on the back because I have time to move this around. So let's put some Tombow on here. And then put this on my card. So this is going to go like this. And we're going to try and center it. Put it on there like that. And I'll just hold that for a few seconds. And I think I'm going to bring out my Wink of Stella, and I'm going to bring out some kind of a embellishment. I think that will help pop this a little bit. Now, I have these really cute, tiny little pearls I'm thinking of. But I also have, let's see, I could do rhinestones. We've got these gorgeous, these were from, they came out at Christmas time. We've got these, are really pretty. And I've got these little gray pearls are really pretty too, which I might put as little centers on here. No, I'm not going to do, there's too many little pieces to put on there. So I think I'm going to do, let's see, what else have we got in here? I love flipping through. I've got these raindrop things too, are really cute. Yeah, these might look nice. They have frosted ones and then the plain ones. So let me pull out my paper snips. So let's put a few of these on the front. Okay, that helps pop it up a little bit, I think. Let's get those out of the way. Okay, so that's the front, and then this is your inside here. Okay, so there's your card. So I hope you'll give this a try, and yeah, try this out. I think it's it's a simple, pretty simple. Just make sure you get your orientation correct before you start, maybe. Anyway, beautiful stamp set, beautiful papers, beautiful inks. What more can I say? Thank you so much for spending time with me today. There will be an associated blog post with the cardstock and DSP measurements for you, as well as the scoring and a supply list for everything I used in today's project. And the link will be down below the video. Thanks once again, everyone. Bye for now.